Welcome to Study Basics, Day 2 of 5. Yesterday we defined study as the process of taking in information to repeat it for evaluation. More simply, get info, spit it out, get a grade. And unfortunately, due to time, we're going to be just focusing on getting info in the Study Basics course. Yesterday I asked you when studying or working on a project, what are the best ways you gather and store information for a test? And then I also asked you, what are the worst ways you gather and store information for a test? You probably already have some sort of system that you use to study. What I'm going to share with you here in Study Basics is an efficient system to get the most points possible with the least amount of effort. Again, we're focusing on getting the info, but getting the info to get a good grade. So step 1 is organizing the information. Say you've got lecture notes, notes you've taken from the textbook, maybe some homework assignments, things you've done in class, sections in your textbook. What we're first going to do is organize it so that we can answer this question. Is this going to be on the test? So essentially you'll have two piles. The first pile will be the stuff that's going to be on the test. The second pile will be not on the test. It's amazing how much crap piles up in a binder. Go through all the information you have and then just separate them. This is going to be on the test. This isn't going to be on the test. Might take a little bit of time, but it'll make things a lot easier later on. So some tips in organizing the information. You want to organize it so it makes sense to you. You want to organize it so you can easily find it. And you want to organize it so you can remember it. Not only remember where it is, but also remember the information when it comes time to memorize. Some students use little colored folders or little colored sticky tabs. Some students use different color highlighters. Me, I start out with big messy piles and then slowly organize within those piles. A good way to think about it is like folders on your desktop or folders in your MP3 player. So here you have rock, and then you have the band name or R&B and certain artist. And then under that artist, you might have albums or just your favorite songs. You could take a look at the chapters in a test or the sections that are going to be covered on the test same way. So when studying or working on a project, how do you best organize the information that's going to be on the test? If you already have an organization system, how's that working out for you? If you don't, how can you plan for one and make one for the next test you're doing? And then ask yourself, what are the worst ways to organize information for a test? Maybe you've had an open note test before and you've just realized the day of the test, wow, I can't find any of my notes anywhere. Or maybe you've had so many notes that you didn't know where to start. Now you can compare and contrast the best way and the worst way to organize information for a test. You stick with what works for you. Of course, this basic training is just a tip of the iceberg. If you're open and willing to try more powerful tips and strategies to becoming a highly effective, highly efficient, ninja-like student, see you inside faststudyskills.com.